Hi everyone, welcome to Living Lean and Green with Stacy D. I have another recipe to share with you tonight for lemon butter chicken. This recipe is adapted to a lean and green by myself from a recipe that was posted on wonkywonderful.com. In their recipe they use chicken thighs, and I decided to use chicken breast to make it leaner, and also adjusted the condiments and the fats to accommodate a 5-in-1 plan. So we're going to start here with 27 ounces of raw chicken breast. I've cut these into kind of tenderloin sized pieces for our purposes today. I have a cast iron skillet preheated over medium-high heat. Let me spread these out a little bit so we can get the seasoning on them evenly. I've let them dry on a double layer of paper towels on this plate, and I've patted dry the tops. I want the chicken or any meat to be dry before you put it in the pan so you can get a nice sear on it and it doesn't start to poach in the pan. In this little dish I have a 1/4 teaspoon of pink Himalaya salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. You can use any kind of salt that you want. This is just happened to be what I grabbed closest. It has a lot of extra vitamins, excuse me, not vitamins, but minerals in it. A lot of people use it for health purposes. We just like different kinds of salt in our house, so it's just something fun we like to do. So I'm going to use about half of this to season this side of these chicken breast tenderloins. And then I'm going to spray my cast iron skillet with a little bit of cooking spray. And we're going to put these pieces of chicken seasoned side down into the skillet. You should hear that start to sizzle as you put that in there. That means your skillet is hot enough. If you start to put meat down and you don't hear that sizzle, you don't have your skillet preheated enough. So try to get all of these in here without it being too crowded. If it's too crowded, I'm going to have to do it in 2 separate batches. Sorry, I'm turning my oven off. My oven, I've got some some asparagus roasting in there as the green portion of this dish. You can use whatever vegetable you want. I'm actually not going to be demonstrating the green part of this dish. It's just going to be the lean and the condiments. But all I did with my asparagus was cut the woody ends off, rinse it, spray a cooking sheet with cooking spray, put the asparagus, I keep saying broccoli, stalks on there, sprayed them again with some cooking spray and put it in the 400-degree oven. It's been in there for about 15 minutes. And I'm just going to turn the heat off and let it finish cooking in there. Alright, so I've got all these chicken pieces out. I'm going to use the rest of the salt and pepper to season those. Season the side that's sticking up now. And it's amazing to me how much chicken can be seasoned by just a 1/4 teaspoon salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Whereas before I would probably use 2 or 3 times that much. But on this low sodium plan, we want to watch the amount of seasoning we're putting in. So I'm not cooking these chicken breast pieces all the way through. I'm just getting a good sear on one side and then flipping it over to get a good sear on the other side. When it starts to get nice and brown, we're going to go ahead and flip them over. You're going to grab a clean plate, because when we get the sear on the other side, I'm going to be taking them out for a minute while we do some things in the pan for the sauce. You can certainly use whole chicken breast in this if you wish. I just find it easier to get the amount I need if I start cutting the chicken breast in half or in tenderloin pieces, since I need the 27 ounces raw. I'm giving these a flip. I'm going to let them brown on the other side. Again, not cooking it all the way through. These are pretty thick tenderloin pieces, so it's going to take more than just a couple minutes on each side to cook them through. If you had really thin chicken breast, it wouldn't take long at all, and you really want to watch, because you don't want it to overcook. Then when you cook it, the rest will finish it with the sauce. So while those are browning on this side, I'm going to go over the rest of the ingredients. I have 1.5 tablespoons of butter. Those are going to be 3 healthy fats in our dish. I have 1/2 teaspoon, actually I'm not sure you can see this, tablespoon and a half of butter, a half a teaspoon of dried thyme, that's a half a condiment. You can use the equivalent of fresh thyme, which would be half a tablespoon of fresh thyme leaves. I have 4 garlic cloves, and I have cut each of those cloves into 4 sections. The recipe originally called for 9 to 10 half garlic cloves. Because we're using a smaller amount, I cut them in smaller pieces so it could release more of the flavor into the sauce. And that would be equal to 4 condiments. I have a cup of organic, fat-free chicken broth. It has 0 grams of carbs per cup. It is actually a Sam's Club brand. I bought it in a 6-pack this last time we were there, and it's a really good flavorful chicken broth. In this little dish, I have 4 teaspoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice. I would urge you to get a fresh lemon, splurge on it for this dish because you want to get that good lemon flavor in there. The fresh lemon juice will give you that. And I also scraped in a little bit of lemon zest off the peel of the lemon, probably to the tune of about a half a teaspoon, which equals about a 1/12 of a condiment, so I'm not even really counting it in this dish. So we got 3 condiments with the garlic, a half a condiment with the thyme, a half a condiment with the pepper, a condiment with the sauce, 1 condiment with the chicken breast, and 2 condiments with the lemon. And we'll show you another trick to zest to push up the lemon flavor without adding additional condiments. All right, these are starting to get golden on the other side, so I'm going to be taking them out onto this plate. Remember, we're not cooking them through at this stage. This is just to give them a little brownness on each side. And we're going to be adding them back into the pan after we get the sauce started. Okay. So, the next thing we're going to do is add half of the chicken broth. So half a cup. And scraping off any bits on the bottom, kind of deglaze this pan. Those bits of chicken stuck to the bottom of the pan equal flavor. So get those scraped up. And then we're also going to add the thyme and the garlic. Okay. Get that juice in here. And then I'm also going to add the lemon half that I squeezed to get my lemon juice. And that's going to up that flavor in there a little bit. I'm going to put my chicken breast back down in here. I'm not going to add that lemon juice and zest till the end. I'm just going to put that half a lemon in there to help impart some more flavor as this is finishing off. So we're going to nestle this all back in here. We're going to add the rest of the chicken broth now. There's not a whole lot of deglazing that's going to take place on this because we are using chicken breasts. If you use a darker meat chicken, you can use boneless, skinless chicken thighs for this recipe. You'll have a little bit more of a fat content. You're not going to be adding any butter to that. So it wouldn't be lemon butter chicken. It'd be more like lemon garlic thyme chicken. Okay, so we got this all in here. I'm going to add these juices back into this pan so we don't lose out on that flavor. And we're going to let these chicken breasts now cook through. I'm going to get a lid, which I forgot to get out earlier. And we're going to cover this, let it come to a simmer. And I'm going to make sure to get those garlic pieces down in there so they get down and impart a lot of flavor to the sauce. Okay, I'll put that on low. We're going to let that simmer for about 10 minutes. So while that's doing its thing, I'm going to set a timer and I'm going to pause the video. Okay, this has actually been about 6 minutes with this lid on, and as I look at these chicken breasts, I can tell that they are cooked all the way through. So only about 6 minutes with this lid on. And we'll take it off now, and I'm going to take out the lemon half, finish with it. And I'm going to go ahead and remove the chicken breast pieces so I can finish the pan sauce. So as soon as I get these all out of here, I'm going to crank up the heat to start reducing this liquid down. zest into this. Oh, that smells really good. Crank up that heat, get it coming to a simmer so that it starts to reduce. I had to check my daughter's pasta water there. She's making herself a little whole grain oars there to put on the side. That's what makes it really simple when you're making lean greens for yourself. If you have kids which you're still cooking, you can make some rice or pasta alongside. And that way they get the extra carbs that they need in their day. Alright, this is starting to really reduce. Gosh, that lemon juice smells really good in here too. I want to reduce at least by half. Let me see if you guys can take a good look at that with me. All you can see is steam and bubbles, but you can see it's starting to reduce by about half. Turn her pasta down a little bit. And as that continues to start to reduce, I'm going to add the butter right at the very end to finish this pan sauce. Still got a little ways to go to reduce as much as I want it. It's not going to get syrupy, but I do want it to be a lot less liquid, more concentrated than what we started out with. We'll lift this off the heat a little bit just to see how much is reduced down. Getting there. That's the easiest way to tell how much liquid you have left. Kind of gather it all together there. That way the bubbles kind of stop for a little bit so you can see what you got left in the pan. Okay, that's about where I want it. I'm going to go ahead and add a tablespoon and a half of butter. Turn the heat off. Just let this melt down into the sauce. And then we're going to just put our chicken back down in here so it all gets coated in the lovely sauce. Especially after I knock some out, putting the chicken back down in there. I wish you guys could smell the lemon coming up out of this pan sauce. It's really fantastic. So what you're going to do then to serve this is 3 servings. You're just going to divide this chicken up into equal portions and then top each portion with a little bit of the sauce. Hold that up here so you can kind of see what it looks like. Serve it all alongside your favorite green, steamed, or roasted veggie to add some color. Sprinkle a little extra fresh parsley on it too would be nice. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.